Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're here to learn about what I eat in a day, because that's what I'm doing today. I am going to show you what I'm going to eat today. I've already made a video about my coffee. Made that yesterday, and then my other camera broke, and my beautiful best friend has let me use this one, so hopefully this one works out really well for us. We're having some coffee this morning, and I already made a video about what I put in my coffee yesterday. Oh dear God, did you just see that? Yeah, I made a video yesterday about what I put in my coffee, so I'll show you that right now. I'm going to show you the things that I put inside my coffee. So first thing you're going to need obviously is a cup of coffee. And that's a duh, but yeah. So get a sugar, no sugar added, no sweetener added situation. Sometimes those pumpkin coffees and coffees that have like hazelnut flavors and things like that will have a sweetener in them, and you won't even realize that until you've drank it and read the back of the package. Been there. Let's start this process. So here's, I'm going to take my little bullet blender situation. Most people have these. If you don't, you can use a regular blender, or you can just shake it or stir it. It's fine. But I like to blend it sometimes because it makes it a little bit more, okay, let's spill everything. It makes it a little bit more frothy and delicious, but you know, it'll work just fine. Did my coffee get cold with me talking? Hold on. Ow, okay, yeah, that's warmer. So anyway, here's my coffee. It's in my little blender cup. I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of butter. If I was using a bigger coffee cup, like the big fat ones, I'd use 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon and a half. Just remember that calories do count on keto. We'll talk about that later. But contrary to popular belief, calories do count. So anyway, I'm going to open up my packets of stevia. I have 2 here. Sometimes I use 3. Depends on how I'm feeling. But since I'm putting sugar, or whipping cream in there, or whipped cream in there, I can't speak today, I won't be using 3 because it'll be sweet. Oh, ooh, I almost forgot. Heavy whipping cream. Did you know you can only use heavy whipping cream 7 days after you open it? I didn't know that until the other day when I was reading the back. I always smell food, sorry. But I was reading the back, and it said that you're only allowed to use it within 7 days. Well, so anyway, yeah, I usually eyeball this, but for video's sake, we're going to get fancy and not use this tablespoon because I can't find one, so we're going to use like a baby spoon. It's about the size of a tablespoon, right? So I'm going to put in 1.5 of those, and that's about 1.5 tablespoons, so that's about normal for me. Sometimes I do 2, depends on what I'm going to be doing that day. If I'm going to be running around or acting crazy or doing anything where I need a lot of energy or I want extra fat, no problem. So the good thing about doing this is this acts like a meal replacement, because this has got all these calories and all this fat in it, and it's really going to be good to jumpstart keto for the day. I'm going to blend this up, and I'll be right back to tell you exactly how many calories and how many fat, or you know, everything that's in it. There's my coffee. It's all blended up nice and frothy like. Let's pour it into our cup and see what it looks like. Ooh, yum. Wow, that's full. Okay, so yeah, there's our coffee. It's gonna be delicious. It is. So the thing about keto coffee, this is what people refer to as bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof is a brand, so that's where that term comes from, I believe. But anyway, I'm going to add my whipped cream on top. And this whipped cream is 0 carbs, so you can use quite, you know, a good bit of it. 2 tablespoons is 20 calories, and that's probably what I've got on there. And so after coffee, I started boiling some eggs. I got a huge container of eggs from Walmart. I'm going to boil these up, and I'm going to use some of them to make myself some deviled eggs. Sorry, deviled eggs. I'm going to make deviled eggs tonight for a side for my dinner, and we'll use these for snacks just throughout the day and things like that. So we're going to sit here and have our coffee this morning, and I haven't even made the bed, put the laundry away, nothing, because I'm gonna edit photos this morning. My work must come first, and I've got to get these pictures done. And tomorrow my husband has to have surgery and that's not fun. So tomorrow he's having surgery, so we are preparing to go to bed early tonight. We have to be up at like 4 a.m. tomorrow, so dinner may be pretty early tonight, and I haven't even thought about what we're having other than eggs. I don't know, but anyway. So I'm gonna go do some work. I'm gonna drink my coffee, and we will see you at lunchtime. Does anyone else feel like boiling eggs is a labor of love? I mean, it's taken me a second to do this, but it's really, normally eggs for me is such a freaking hard task, but I think I just found a hack. Okay, I didn't do this on purpose, but when I boiled the eggs, I always put them in the water, let them come to a boil, turn it off when it starts to boil, and let them sit for 10 minutes. And then that cooks them, right? But I always just immediately put cold water on them, and then they're such a pain to peel. But this time, I accidentally did this. I did not do this on purpose. I let them cool on the stove almost completely to where the water, definitely bath water temperature. But this is so easy to peel now, like crazy easy. And I just let a little bit of the water out so I could, you know, reach down in there and grab them. And I crack them on the fat end. So you know how there's like a pointy end and a fat end. I crack them on the fat end, and then I just like chip it up the egg like this, and then it just literally peels off the sides and it falls right out. And like, look how great they look. They never look like this. They're always like missing pieces of, you know, egg or whatever. They look green in this light, but I swear they're not green. See? So I wanted to talk a little bit about something, because I'm sitting here like looking at myself in the mirror and like talking, you know, or doing my work on the computer. And I just wanted to mention that I forgot about the fact that this is a keto reboot week for me. I went out to eat with some family the other day, and the food choices that I made were not exactly the best. I wound up accidentally eating croutons, so that's always fun. I didn't mean to, but I just was eating my salad at Olive Garden and got a little carried away with the crouton situation, and it was total accident, but I realized it, felt like a complete moron, and I'm pretty sure I'm out of keto. I tested with keto test strips, and it looks like I'm right. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. The test strips have gone a little off, I think. They're not exactly, I don't know, maybe they go bad after a few weeks, or I don't know. But regardless, I'm pretty sure I'm not in keto. So this is a reboot week for me, and my stomach is not feeling so great. I'm having a little bit of gastrointestinal weirdness happening. I'm not sick, but I just don't feel excellent. So I think that that's probably because I'm trying to get back into keto right now. And I've noticed that when I drink keto coffee in the mornings when I'm trying to reboot, that does not help. So you may want to omit that in the first couple weeks when you're brand new and starting keto and you don't want to like scare yourself away from keto, because it can be intimidating, because you can get a little sick. Some of the ways that you can avoid that is, instead of using both heavy whipping cream and butter, using only one of the two. It's definitely going to change the taste, but there's that. And the MCT oil that I showed you, I would completely not do that. Just don't do that for the first week of your keto experience, period. Just let yourself get into keto before you start using MCT. This is at least my opinion. Some people it may not have an effect on like that, but it definitely affects me. So, you know, you may want to just not do that. But, you know, it's subjective. Everybody's got to figure out what works for them. But is anybody ever interested, or is anyone interested in me doing a video on what keto, like, how that, oh gosh, my hair, how that affects your body in, like, the first week? You know, like, what are the symptoms, how to know when you're in keto? Because there's different things that can be a sign that you're in keto again, or that you're coming into keto again, like specifically bad breath and things like that. And don't freak out, they don't last. So you don't have bad breath forever, but you will notice it when you're first starting keto. There's a lot of other signs too. So if you're interested in a video like that, I can make that for you guys and explain kind of what will happen to your body and how things can change. So just let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. Oh, what's happening to my computer? So anyway, I'll be back. Lunch is coming. Okay, I'm uploading photos. My day is going by so fast. It's 11:17-ish, and I'm getting a little bit hungry. That coffee is really holding on, and it usually does. But I'm going to go eat something for lunch. I don't know what that'll be yet, but we're going to go find out right now. So here's going to be what my lunch is going to be. I'm going to turn some of these eggs that I made this morning into an egg salad. So I'm just probably going to use, I don't know, 2 of these. Should be plenty. And then I'm going to use some dill relish. This is the Vlasic kind, and it has no added sugar in it. I'm going to use some Blue Plate, the olive oil version, because there's no soybean oil or anything like that in it, palm oil. Now, I'm not bougie when it comes to mayonnaise, so I do use the ones with the soybean oil and palm oil and stuff, but I was at Walmart, saw this one, and was like, yeah, that sounds good. So, we're going to have that. And then, of course, I'm drinking a Coke Zero Cherry, which is delicious because I'm addicted to soda, and it's, you know, it's in my macros. This is lazy keto, by the way, because I have fake sugars and things like that. I don't know if they consider that dirty or lazy, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm making this, and then I'm going to add some mustard to it, too. I just didn't grab it, but it's just to kind of get Aldi, just regular old yellow mustard. So I wound up crushing up those 2 eggs. Here, Beanie, here. Beanie, bite. She has the dirtiest little face. Sorry. She had a snot nose. Okay, she doesn't want. So I went ahead and crushed up those 2 eggs. I added about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon of relish, and then, like, you know, a generous little squirt of mustard. And we're going to mix it up. So it wound up being a little drier than I would have preferred, so I added, or wetter than I preferred, so I added another egg to it. And I'm going to half this with Ivy, or at least she's going to get a portion of it. This is the mess I just made from the eggs, though, really. I mean, this is the most simple thing you can make, and I can somehow turn it into a disaster. Whoa. God, what do I keep hitting that's making that happen? Disastrous mess. So, I don't know how I turn everything into a disastrous mess, but I do. But this is lunch, so we're going to go eat it now. See you at snack time? Yeah. So, Jeff just went to Publix, and I thought it would be interesting to show you the stuff that he got at Publix. He just stopped and grabbed a few things. He really only was there for one thing, and that was this. Diet Code Red, which is like our absolute favorite. Why'd you only get 1 12-pack?
That's all I had.
Should have got like 7. Too bad. This stuff runs out at every store. You can never freaking find it. The only place that we can find it is at Publix. But, you know. We also like this one, Dr. Pepper Cherry. And then the Mountain Dew. Is this the cherry version or is this just... Yeah, it is. And then just regular Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew. He grabbed some Reese's Sugar Frees, which are really yummy. But, along with the Russell Stover Sugar Free, which are also very yummy. However, these things are made with maltitol. And if you don't know what that is, don't consume yourself with it and get overwhelmed. But if you read the ingredients, maltitol is a sweetener that does affect your blood sugar. So some people say it's a no, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And when you're trying to reboot, then this stuff can be really useful. I know that a lot of people on reboots won't do any sweeteners because of, you know, trying to get back in keto, but it is what it is. We're dying over here with the sugar cravings. So he grabbed some extra sharp cheddar. The sharper, the better for keto, obviously. This is probably 0 carbs. Where is the carbs? Yep, 0 carbs right there. So there's some snacking cheeses, and then he got a cheese dip, I guess, for when we have tacos, right? Is that what you grabbed that for? Yeah, so it's 1 gram per, I think, tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. Let's check it out. If I can get it to focus. That light, I wonder if I can turn that off. 1 tablespoon, 1 carb. Less than 1 carb, so that's okay, so that's a good thing. Then he grabbed some pepperoni. Somebody's calling me. Some pepperonis. And then he picked up this for my coffee. I get normally... There goes that light again. I normally get the sugar-free Walmart version, and it's super cheap, and it's 0 carbs. But this looks like it's going to work out just fine. I checked the ingredients list, and it's made with sucralose and a couple other sweeteners that don't raise blood sugar, so that's great. And this can's huge, and I bet it's really good because it's a name brand, not just a Walmart brand, I'm just saying. Then he grabbed this. Now, this was supposed to be a syrup. I asked for a syrup, but he grabbed this, and it is sugar-free, but I am a little nervous about some of these ingredients. There's corn syrup in this, and there's vegetable oil in this, which is normally a no for keto. Carbs are okay. It's 2 grams per 1 tablespoon, and I'd probably only just use that. I don't know if that would be worth my carbs. So, yeah, but we'll see. But there's our little Publix haul. Okay, so I'm gonna have something to snack on because I'm pretty hungry, and it's quite a while before dinner time. It's 2:30-ish, and we have to go back to Publix. So we're gonna... Why are you looking at me like that? So we have to go back to Publix, and we have to return my keto creamer, or my coffee creamer. Why are you doing this? Are you gonna video for me? Can I be like Shane Dawson and have somebody follow me around and do my videos? No, not that close. Yeah, that was really close. Don't do that. Don't do that. Where are you going? Is it even recording? Yeah, it is. Alright. Give me this. I'll take this. Thank you. See? I can hold it like super. Why? Anyway, there's a sink full of dishes that I've got to do before we can go to the store. And then we've got to go back to Publix and get a prescription. What'd you say? And we got to go back to Publix to get a prescription. So I'm going to make a snack, and then we're going to do that because I have a feeling that if I go to Publix without some sort of snack inside of my belly, I'm going to want one of those stupid cookies that they have there, and it's going to haunt me the entire time I'm there. So let's go do that. Preparing my snack. Wandering eyes. Preparing my snack. What are you looking at me for? What are you looking at, Nova? You want this? Is this what you want? Yeah? Yeah? Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you almost caught it. You tried. That's all that matters. Okay, so we're at Publix. First time ever vlogging in public. Slightly nervous, but I've got to show you what I just found at Publix. So this is Lily's candy bars, and these are the candies that everybody that you hear about on keto eat. They're the Lily's. And like, let's check out the nutrition facts here on this one. So like 20 grams of carbs, then you subtract the fiber and subtract the erythritol right there. Erythritol is a sweetener. So what's that? 16 minus 20. What is that? 20 minus 16? 4? Yeah. So 4 grams of carbs per half the bar. So you can eat, hold on, I'm blocking. My child is trying to talk in my ear while I'm trying to focus. You can eat half this bar, and it's only going to be 4 grams of carbs. So, I mean, can you beat that? I mean, the price is a little high, but, I mean, it's chocolate, so is it really even matter? Yummy. Are they really yummy? Yeah. So here's the sugar-free section of, like, other candies that they have here. This one we get sometimes. This is supposed to be special dark, but they do have, like, the regular milk chocolate version. Then they have the York sugar-free. And they have the Reese Cups version, which you already saw today. And then they have the Jolly Ranchers and just everything. Be careful with these, though. The original caramel versions, there's 7 grams of carbs in the 5 that you will eat. What? Which is insane to me. These ones are fine. The ones she picked up, the caramel chocolate, those are fine. But the ones that are like regular original caramel flavor, no. But there's other versions like the almond, or not almond, apple flavor. Those are really fun. But yeah, these are usually pretty good carbs. They are all made with maltitol for the most part, so be careful.
This used to be your favorite.
Girl, did you hear this? This used to be your favorite. Stop. I can't relive those days. Look at that little deal. Buy 2 get 1 free 12-pack Pepsis. Guess who just walked out with 3 packs of Diet Mountain Dew, code red, which never happens because it's very hard to find. Remember? I told you about that earlier. I've still got to find coffee syrups. Ugh. Ivy, why are you yelling in the store?
Mama?
What? Who? Where? There's no dogs in here. Indianer. Look what Daddy has. Look what Daddy has.
Daddy.
Kitty!
Is there 3 in there, Daddy?
Say thank you, Daddy.
Daddy.
First I saw this, and that black word says keto. And then I saw all of this. And I've heard really good things about those specifically, but look, they even sell test strips. Awesome. Okay, so we're back from Publix, and I wanted to show you the stuff that we got because we did pick up a couple things while we were there. And yeah, let me show you. We grabbed some sauces, and the first thing I got is this Moore's Original Buffalo sauce. I like this one because it's 0 carbs. There's literally no sugar in this, and yeah, I mean, typically with buffalo sauces, they're usually in the 1 to 2, gram of carb ratio. That's kind of how it seems to be normally. This is the vanilla sugar-free syrup that I wanted this morning that I tried to get Jeff to grab, and he grabbed the Coffee Mate. This is what I was looking for. This is 0 carbs. There's like nothing to this. And I've just seen a bunch of people posting about it and talking about how good it is in coffee, so I figured we'd go for it. These are for the girls. They like these a lot, and they're definitely not keto, but they were on sale at Publix. You can't beat that. This is I always want to say J.H. Hughes, but it's J. Hughes sugar-free ketchup. I've never tried this before. I usually use the Heinz sugar-free ketchup, and it's okay. But people keep posting about this, talking about this, YouTube videos, everything. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. This, however, I have had. I've had the original. This one's honey. So I'm pretty stoked to try the honey version because I've never had this one. And it doesn't have any honey in it, which is strange. But maybe they know something I don't. And when I saw the word honey, I got a little, concerned, which you normally would, because you would think, oh, there must be honey in it, and honey does spike your blood sugar, but this one doesn't, and it's 2 carbs for the 2 tablespoons. Yeah, so we're gonna try that on like chicken wings and things like that. I got some stevia drops. This one's vanilla flavor. I'm gonna use that for coffee, and then I got the Lily's. I did say I was getting the chocolate bar, and I did wind up getting it. I did, however, get the chocolate chips, and we're going to use that for keto pancakes. I may make cookies. I don't know. There's not very many in here, and this bag was like $6.50. But sometimes it's worth it when you really want chocolate in your pancakes or in some cookies or something. So we'll see. Look at the beautiful sunset. Isn't it pretty? Look, I see some deer. There they are. Deer. We have deer in our yard literally every day, all day. I hope you can see me. But so I know I said I was gonna have deviled eggs for dinner, and that's why I made eggs. But I had egg salad for lunch, and I'm just not doing it. Too much egg in one day. So tacos it is. So because we do not use traditional taco powder seasoning stuff, I really should be using a spatula. Please excuse me. This is not working out like I thought it would. But yeah, so because we don't use the taco packets anymore because they're full of carbs, which really was kind of shocking, we are going to use some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. I use this. What's the name of this? I don't know. Somebody who speaks Spanish, can you please tell me? And yeah, so all that. And then we use Frank's Red Hot just to give it a little something. And they're almost finished. The thing about tacos is chopping up your meat really super small, and I can't do that without a spatula. And all my spatulas are dirty. If you can see my sink in the background, you'd know why. Promise I'm doing that later. And there's a freaking trash can on the freaking counter. So, taco meat is done. I'm just going to drain it, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to put with it, or at least what I'm going to put with it. Jeff will just eat this with cheese because he's a carnivore and barely eats any vegetables ever. So I cut up some tomato, and then I've got my shredded lettuce, some sour cream. I got these salsa cups that I got at Moe's the other day, but I'm actually going to just use them today because resourceful. And then I got some guacamole, and I'll put some hot sauce on there too. And I'll show you when it's plated. Okay, so here's dinner. I'm going to go eat this. I did put white cheese on top, as you can see, some queso cheese, which is also a keto thing. There's sour cream on it that, wait, no, I did show you sour cream. What else did I put on that I didn't show you? Oh, you could also put shredded cheddar or shredded Mexican melt cheddar versions on it, but I didn't want that. But then there's also the, this Somebody tell me how to say this word, please. Tahin, maybe? Tahin? But I put that on there too. So, yay! Dinner time. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. This is goodbye. I hope you guys have a wonderful, absolutely magical day and you are eating well and just have a good one.